In the 2000s, MTV became known for its reality TV shows, arguably more than its music programming. Of course, we know some of the bigger shows during this time, such as The Hills, Making the Band, and The Real World with its various spin-offs. But MTV also had several shows that weren't as big, but we still lived for. In this video, we are going to revisit some MTV shows that we all forgot about, or haven't thought about as much since their heyday. First up, we have Room Raiders, which ran from 2003 to 2009. The premise of the show was for a single guy or girl to rummage through the rooms of 3 potential dates. And in the end, the single person, aka the Room Raider, chooses who they want to date solely based off of their room. The Raider doesn't know what these contestants look like because all pictures of them are either removed from the room or covered with a sticker. And while the Raider is going through the rooms, the 3 contestants all watch it happen in a separate van. And after the single Raider is done, the 3 contestants raid their room. And at the end, the single Raider finally meets the contestants face to face and makes his or her choice of who they want to date. Looking back, this show was extremely invasive, but nonetheless entertaining. And fun fact, a pre-High School Musical and teen heartthrob Zac Efron was on the show. In 2005, MTV premiered Next, which low-key gave human Tinder. One contestant would go on back-to-back blind dates with up to 5 people, all waiting their turn on this big bus that they called the Next Bus. But here's the kicker. At any point, the main dater could just cut things short by literally yelling, "Next." And when I say any point, I mean mid-hug, mid-sentence, and sometimes even mid-walkout.
Like smokers or non-smokers?
If I like smokers or non-smokers, well, do you smoke?
Yeah, I actually do.
And I have to say next.
Just brutal. The show only lasted 3 years before the concept wore out, but if you grew up with MTV, you definitely remember this one. In 2006, MTV gave us Parental Control. This show I used to watch faithfully. The premise? Well, parents hated their kid's boyfriend or girlfriend so much that they picked new dates to try and replace them. The beginning of the show would start off with the kid introducing themselves and their boyfriend or girlfriend. Then, the parents would introduce themselves and talk about how much they hate their child's significant other. The parents would have an entire audition scene where they're screening for potential romantic partners, and they end up choosing 2 for their child to go on a blind date with. While they're on the date, the parents and the significant other they hate are watching the date on TV in their living room. And of course, this causes a lot of commentary and bickering between them. At the end, the child has to decide whether to keep their current relationship, stay single, or choose one of the new prospects from their parents. And just like many reality TV shows during the time, and a lot of the shows on this list, this one has been accused of being scripted or fake, which it probably was. Regardless, the show ran for 4 years, ending in 2010. But not all of MTV's reality shows were messy dating experiments. And this next show will never be forgotten in my mind. While it ran until the mid-2010s, it was still a moment in time for late 2000s TV. In 2008, MTV launched one of my favorite shows, Randy Jackson Presents America's Best Dance Crew. Originally hosted by Mario Lopez and backstage correspondent Layla Cayley. Dance crews from across the country would compete against each other in weekly challenges, performing choreographed routines in front of a live audience and a panel of celebrity judges. The original season judges included JC Chasez from NSYNC, rapper and actress Lil Mama, and choreographer Shane Sparks. Other judges that came in later seasons included Dietrich, who was a member of the Season 3 winning crew, Quest Crew. Also, Omarion, T-Pain, Tiana Taylor and Frankie Grande. And in its revival season, it was hosted by Jason Dundas. Each week had a theme or challenge, like performing to a certain artist's songs, incorporating specific dance styles, or pulling off difficult tricks. One of the most memorable challenges for me was the illusion challenge in season 3, where the crews had to incorporate a specific magic trick or illusion in their routine. The crews were judged on creativity, execution, synchronization, and overall performance. At the end of each episode, the crews with the lowest votes faced elimination, and their elimination walkout song was Walk It Out. Each week, crews were eliminated until one was crowned America's Best Dance Crew, with the winning team taking home $100,000, the Golden B-Boy Trophy, and bragging rights as the best crew in the country. The show originally ran for 7 seasons and was canceled in 2012 due to declining ratings. In 2015, the show was revived with a new title, America's Best Dance Crew All-Stars, Road to the VMAs. But it was canceled again after this. But the show was definitely a moment. Crews like Season 1 winners, the Jabberwockies, are regarded as dance legends. And you can even see the show's influence is still alive in dance battles and viral choreography today. 2008 was also the year of Paris Hilton's My New BFF. And yes, this is exactly what it sounds like. Paris Hilton was on a quest to find her new best friend forever. Contestants, usually a mix of aspiring influencers, models, and party kids, competed in over-the-top challenges designed to prove their loyalty, style, and ability to survive in Paris's glamorous, chaotic world. Each episode, Paris would test them with tasks like photo shoots, social challenges, or even loyalty tests to see who was ready to be Paris's ultimate BFF. At the end of the episode, she'd eliminate someone, saying TTYN, talk to you never. The US version ran for 2 seasons before Paris moved on, but this show even went international. Paris Hilton's British best friend and Paris Hilton's Dubai BFF, which followed between 2009 and 2011. And finally, we have Bromance. Hey, guys need friendship too. In 2008, MTV gave Brody Jenner, yes from the hills, his own reality TV show where guys competed to be his new best friend. A group of guys moved into this mansion and had to basically prove their bro credentials through challenges that tested loyalty, trust, and who could hang in Brody's Hollywood lifestyle. Each week, someone got sent home in a very dramatic rose ceremony meets frat house kind of way. And the prize? The honor of being Brody Jenner's new right-hand man. And unsurprisingly, according to critics and viewers, Bromance was one of the worst and most ridiculous shows in television history. But honestly, to me, it just screams 2000s reality TV. Because only in 2009 would grown men line up to audition for a professional bromance. But this was just a handful of many reality shows that MTV was pumping out throughout the 2000s and 2010s. If you remember and watch these shows, sound off in the comments. What was your favorite moment? Which do you remember the most? And if I missed one of your favorites, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more pop culture deep dives and recaps, and let me know what you want to see on my channel next. Thanks for watching, and I hope you tune in to my next video.